to your channel DNA. So let's today focus on a ACL part 4 basic lab. Let's start with the basic lab. So we have a router 1 and a router 2. On the router 1 we have one LAN 1x10.10.0/24 where we have all our users. Behind router 2 we have a servers having in the subnet 192.168.10.20. What's our requirement now, right? These are the HTTP, HTTPS, FTP servers, right? Both are the HTTP, HTTPS and FTP server. So what we will do here, we have a few PC 1x16.10.20 and 1x16.10.10. These are the administrator of this server. These are the administrator of the server. So let's first start with the simple requirement. 1x16.10.20 is managing server 0 having IP address 192.168.10.20 and 1x16.10.10, right, is managing server 1 having IP address 192.168.10.30. So these machines have access to their respective servers only. If they try to connect another server, they must have the their connection must be denied. Okay, so let's get started with the very basic lab. Now here, as per the requirement, what we will do here, we will configure the extended access control list. Extended access control list filter the packet based on the source IP, destination IP, protocol field and a port number, right? Extended access control list we can apply as close as a source. So who is our source now here? So 172.16.10.0/24 is our source, where this source subnet is configured on the router 1 gigabyte 0/1. So gigabyte 0/1, this interface gigabyte 0/1, this interface is a closest interface for me, right? This interface is a closest interface for me. So what will happen? So we will apply the access control list on the router 1 gigabyte 0/1 in a inbound direction. In which direction? Inbound. Why? For this R1, the traffic coming from these two PCs is the incoming traffic. Clear? So let's get started. Now let's first log into the router 1. Once you log into the router 1, you have to create a ACL, right? We can configure the two types of ACL. Number one, named access control list, right? Or you can say numerical standard or extended access control list. So do one thing. So let's configure first numerical access control list. So I will have a separate session for named access control list. So first go to the enable, right? And first look for the interfaces. Show IP int brief. Here you go, guys. So gigabyte 0/0 is my WAN interface, right? Gigabyte 0/0 is my WAN interface, right? And gigabyte 0/1 is my LAN interface, where I have 172.16.10.1 network is connected. Clear? Okay, let's move on. So first create access control list. So where you will create access control list on a global configuration mode. Configuration terminal, then access list, and here you have to define the number. After access control list, guys, here you have to define the number. What is the syntax for extended access control list? Access list command, then access list number, start from 100 to 199, then action permit or deny whatever action you want, then protocol field, then source subnet or source IP, destination subnet or destination IP along with the wildcard, and the last is a port number. So this is the syntax of the extended access control list. Okay, let's move on. Then access list I would like to configure as a 112, right? Access number is a 112. Then here you can configure traffic permit, then ICMP, right? So here you go, guys, right? So what we would like to achieve here, right? Basically, whenever traffic coming from, right, whenever traffic coming from 172.16.10.10 and destination is 172.16.10.10 and my destination is 192.168.10.20, right? In this case, what I have to do, I have to allow the ping HTTP and HTTPS. Okay, so basically Under TCP, we can allow 443 and 80, but ping is a ICMP protocol, so you have to allow the ICMP as a protocol, not a TCP, not a UDP. For 443 and 80, definitely we will use TCP 443 and port number 80. Clear? Let's move on. Then ICMP, permit ICMP. After permit ICMP, right, we have to configure particular single host. IP address is 172.16.10.20, right. Once you use a host keyword, no need to define the wildcard mask. Then destination host 192.168.10.20, right. 192.168.10.20, perfectly fine, right, and just hit enter, right. So now what will happen? Now the connection from 172.16.10.20 to destination 192.168.10.20, right, ICMP will allow. The next access list you should have, right, access list 112 permit. Then here you have to define the TCP, same host, right, 172.16.10.20, and destination host is your 192.168.10.20, and EQ means equal to which port number? 443. Hit enter and equal to port number 80. Perfect, right? So consider, let's for our discussion, right, let's configure these three ACLs only, right. Let's configure these three ACLs. So how many sequence number we do have in this ACL 112? We have a 3 sequence number. Number 1, where we have a permit ICMP. In the second sequence number we have permit TCP port number 443, and in the last sequence number TCP we have allowed the port number 80. We have only 3 sequence number. Let's go and try to ping destination server 192.168.10.20. Let's try. Go to the PC. No. So before, how we can try, right? You have to apply this ACL on an interface. You have to apply the ACL on the interface. So show run first, check whether we have any access control list already applied on this interface or not. So go to the gigabyte 0/1. Which interface we have to, guys? Which interface we have to apply? Oh, gigabyte 0/1. So let's see, is there any access control list already applied on the gigabyte 0/1? Yes, it is there. 120 access list in direction is already there. So let me remove this. Configuration terminal, interface gigabyte 0/1, no IP access group, no IP access group, 120 in, 120 in, 120 in means inbound direction. Okay, so now let's go and apply newly created access control list. So which is our newly created access control list? We have created access control list number 112. Our number is a 112. So before apply, let's go and see show IP access list command output. See guys, here you go, 112. We have just created extended access control list, right, extended access control list having a number 112, and we have a 3 sequence number 10, sequence number 20, and sequence number 30. We do not have any other sequence number. So let's go and apply this 112 numerical access control list on interface gigabyte 0/1 inbound direction. Okay, so log into the router, right, configuration terminal, go into the interface gigabyte 0/1, IP access group access list number 112, which direction? In direction. In means inbound direction. Now your access control list is applied on a gigabyte 0/1 inbound direction. So show IP access list. See guys, currently you are not able to see any match on 10, 20 and 30. Let's do one thing. Let's initiate the packet. Let's initiate the traffic from this PC 172.16.10.20 to destination 192.168.10.20. Okay, go to the desktop. Here you can go ping little bit, expand 192.168.10.20. destination host unreachable. Why? We have allow ICMP, right? We have allow ICMP, still we are not able to reach the traffic. Let me see the IP address, guys. First, IP config. Oh, see, here you go, guys. My IP address is 172.16.10.10, right? But what we have allowed in ACL 172.16.10.20. My IP address is a PC IP address is 172.16.10.10. So let's move on. Let's move on. So guys, tell me now. Actual source IP address is 172.16.10.10. 172.16.10.10 is my source IP address. So what will happen when this router which R1 receive the packet from 10.10 endpoint, right, on interface gigabyte 0/1, what it will do? It will look for the access list number 112 which we apply in an inbound direction. And what we have defined so far here in the access control list 112, we have defined if the source is 172.16.10.20, ICMP allow. So here our source is 172.16.10.10. sequence number 1 will not match. Then in a sequence number 2 it will look for the source IP address 172.16.10.20. No, it will not match. Then again it will go to the sequence number 30 where it will again try to match the source IP address 172.16.10.10, but here you have defined 10.20. Here no match. What will happen? Sequential order until the match is made, and last statement is the implicit deny. Simply your router will deny the traffic. Clear? So do one thing, change the IP address of the PC, or I am sure that that PC1, this PC2 must have a 172.16.10.20 IP address, right? Chalo, let's try. I have to swap the IP address. If it is the case, let me first check IP config. Yes, this PC having an IP address of 10.20. So do one thing, guys. Let's change the IP address from here and now from here. Now the requirement is the same. Okay, 172.16.10.10. Now from here, go and try to ping 10.20. 192.168.10.20. Okay, again still it's coming as a destination unreachable. Oh my god, guys, perfect. Why it is showing destination unreachable from 192.168.1.2? So I will tell you, I am sure there will be a access control list already apply on a router 2. I am sure, right? So let's first remove that ACL, enable configuration terminal, show IP access list. Okay, configuration terminal, interface gigabyte 0/1, no IP access group, R2 access list name OUTBOUND, outbound, out direction. Let's remove this and now go, guys, and try to ping. Yeah, up arrow 192.168.10.20 is my destination IP address, right? Request amount, yes, now I am able to ping. Why? So what is the problem, guys? I am telling you, right? So maybe wrongly, right, I pick up the different wrong lab, I can say, right? So here you go, guys. What was happened? Why we are not able to ping from source 172.16.10.20 to 192.168.10.20? Why? This router allow the traffic, right? But what happened on this interface gigabyte 0/1, which is the closest interface to the destination having the ACL on its outbound direction, right? वहाँ पे ट्रैफिक आपका क्या हो रहा था, ड्रॉप हो रहा था, right? So now let's back to our normal topic. Let's click on this PC, right? Here you go. Oh, okay, not PC, right? Minimize, then go to the router, and now look for the command. Okay, up arrow, right, and just hit enter. Once you hit enter, look at it, guys, right? You just perform the ICMP. So ICMP, in the first sequence you have allow the ICMP, permit ICMP host 172.16.10.20 destination 192.10.20. See guys, you can see the match, 8 match. Be make sure whenever your traffic will get match in a particular sequence number, right, it will generate a logs and it can show you the hit count. हम लोग इसको क्या कहते हैं, hit count, HIT, hit COUNT, hit count. ये क्या है मेरा hit count, कितना hit count आया है, right? So वो बताएगा, right? Now let's go and try to ping 192.168.10.30 IP address from 172.16.10.20. There is no statement, guys, right? There is no such a statement where the traffic will get allowed by the router 1. So ultimately your traffic will get denied. That is 100% sure. Why? Because you are matching only destination 192.168.10.20 and the source is 172.16.10.20. Now as per your requirement, your destination IP address now change. Okay, let's go and try to ping from this PC, right? Try to ping 172.16.10.10. My bad, 172.16.10.30. No, I am not able to reach. Why? It is showing destination host unreachable. Why it is showing such a message, destination unreachable? I am telling you guys. Wait. Why I am telling you this error? 172.16.10.10. 172.16.10.1 is the IP address of gigabyte/1. Now on this interface you have applied the access control in the inbound direction. So that is the reason router is dropping the traffic because of the ACL. That is the reason you can see reply from 172.16.10.1 which is configured on the router, destination unreachable, right? उसने बोल दिया कि मेरे से मैंने ड्रॉप कर दिया है. सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, ओके, डेस्टिनेशन अनरीचेबल मीन्स ACL is dropping the traffic. Clear? Okay, let's move on. Next, go to the server 1, config, IP address 192.168.10.30, gateway 192.168.10.1. okay, and look for the services. Yes, HTTP is on there. Now go to the router 1 and up arrow. Yes, no, router is dropping the ICMP, right? It is dropping, right? But Prasad, tell me, we can see the allow hits over here, right? As you said, ICMP traffic, and you can see the allow hit, but there is a deny hit. No, you will not, right? Because our order is sequential order until the match is implicit deny. Implicit deny means if nothing is a match in the sequence number, traffic will get automatically deny, right? It's a hidden statement, right? If you want, you can have one more sequence number where you can configure access list 112, then deny IP any, then you can see the deny it's over here. Okay, you want to try? If you want to see the implicit deny hit, so you have to explicitly configure first the deny statement, right? Let's go and configure configuration terminal, then access list 112, deny IP any. Here deny IP any. Okay, now up arrow IP access list. Now go and try to ping the PC. Of course, the connection will get terminated or discarded. Why? Because of the ACL. But now you can see the hit, right? Here you go. See guys, now you can see the hit, deny hit 4. Why? Because in the sequence number 40 you have mentioned deny IP any means, any source, any destination, deny the traffic. Any source, any destination, deny the traffic. But it's altogether wrong ACLs we have configured. This is a numerical number access control list. We cannot change the sequence, even though we cannot insert a new access control list in between two existing sequences. Right? Whenever we create a new ACE access control list entry, it will always place at the bottom of your ACL. Right? So this is a wrong actually. No, you cannot. Once you complete with your all access control list, then you can configure such a statement. But still we have not yet allowed the traffic from 172.16.10.10 to destination 192.168.10.30 HTTP HTTPS, right? Correct. So let's do one thing. Let it be, not an issue, right? So let's try. Now ping is working, and the ping is working, and correct ACL number 10 is hitting. Why? Because in the ACL number 10 we have mentioned the ICMP. So let's go and try to HTTP HTTPS the server. Okay, go to the PC, then close it, and here you go, web browser. Open web browser and just type the IP address 192.168.10.20. Enter. Yes guys, this is the web page of the server 192.168.10.10. By default it uses HTTP, right? Port number 80. So guys, tell me now here sequence number 20 traffic will match in sequence number 20 or sequence 30. Of course, now as per the output, right, your machine uses port number 80, so definitely it will match sequence number 30. Why? Because in the sequence number 30 we have allowed www, nothing but guys port number 80. Don't worry. Clear? Okay. So let's do up arrow, hit enter. See, there you go, right? 5 hits you can see. Clear? So now do one thing, just change the port number. So instead of HTTP, just type HTTPS over here. Enter. Yes, I can able to see the same page through HTTPS. Look at here, HTTP. I now change the protocol HTTPS. So now for HTTPS, what is the port number? 443. Clear? Chalo, let's go and up arrow, enter. Here you go guys. Now you can see the hit for 443 as well, 15 hit, right? In case if you try to connect the server on FTP, NTP, everything will deny. Only 3 ports now here your ACL will allow. Number 1, ICMP, TCP 443 and TCP 80. That's it. Other traffic will get denied. Now guys, tell me, if you will add new statement where you would like to allow the traffic from 172.16.10.20 to destination server 192.168.10.20 port number FTP or NTP, then what will happen? No, not make any sense. Why? Because in the port number sequence number 40 you have configure deny any. So sequence number 50, sequence number 60 never will execute. Why? Because you have a statement, right, where you have defined the deny IP any. तो ऐसा नहीं करने का डिजाइन. Clear? Okay. So now this is a numerical access control list. It's very difficult to delete the sequence number 40. Right? If it is a named access control list, I can understand, right? Definitely we can go and insert a sequence number in between 2 sequence number, or you can modify the sequence number, that's something you can do it here, or delete the sequence number. But in a numerical number access control list, right, which is a standard, which is extended, right, you cannot delete a particular sequence number, right? What will happen if you try to remove this sequence number 40, right? Your entire access control list will deleted. Clear? Okay, try it. Configuration terminal, enter, and just try to have a no. See, no access list 112 deny IP any. So what I am expecting, only 40. What I am expecting here, only sequence number 40 should get deleted. But no, there will be a impact on your entire ACL. Enter, and now go and see if you have the IP access list 112. You have only access list 111 and 120. Where is 112? All the statement, all the sequence number has been now deleted. This is very dangerous, guys, right? So now do one thing. Access list is not there now. Access list is not there, but the same access list you already applied on the interface 112 in the inbound direction. Let's see whether that access control list is there or not, right, on an interface, because now there is a no sequence, there is a no ACL number 112. Show run, right, on a gigabyte 0/1. See, access control is already there 112. ACL sequence number 112 is not there in running configuration, but on interface you have applied. So what will happen, whenever traffic is received on a router, it will look for a access control list number 112, but there is a no access control list 112. So what router will do? Let's go and try to ping your PC. Okay, from here, my bad. Now try to ping. See, I am able to ping, right, 192.168.10.20. now I am able to ping. Why? Because if you have access control list applied on an interface irrespective of any direction, but that access control list is not available in the running configuration, so what will happen, your firewall will not filter, sorry, my bad, your router will not filter any traffic. By default it will allow everything, it will allow the everything. Correct? Perfect. So let's start with a new access control list called as a name. Okay, stay tuned, I will come up with this part 5.